Ever feel like you're working non-stop but still broke, while a friend who earns the same or even less is traveling, saving money, and somehow living better than you? It drives you insane because the math doesn't make sense. You're doing everything right. Yet, nothing is changing. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Trying to earn more and save more at the same time is why you're stuck. You're playing offense and defense simultaneously, and losing at both. You're cutting coupons while working 60-hour weeks, meal prepping chicken and rice while paying for a gym membership you haven't used since February. You're too broke to relax, but too busy trying to earn more to actually fix the problem. My name is Just, and what I'm about to show you will completely change how you think about money. People who actually build wealth don't try to do everything at once. They pick a phase, commit fully, and only switch when the timing is right. This idea comes from fitness, not finance. It's called bulking and cutting. In fitness, bulking means eating in a surplus to build muscle. You don't care about abs, you care about getting stronger. Cutting comes later, when you dial everything in and reveal what you built. You never do both at the same time, because that's how you stall for years. Money works the exact same way. There's a time to bulk financially, when your only priority is increasing your income as aggressively as possible. And there's a time to cut, when your focus shifts to keeping and optimizing what you earn. Most people fail because they try to play both games at once. Let's talk about financial bulking. If you're in your 20s or early 30s, and your income is somewhere between low and okay, this is not the phase for obsessing over small expenses. Saving $3 on detergent will not change your life. Bulking means becoming obsessed with increasing your market value. You work the side hustle even when you're tired. You take the $500 course because it can unlock a $15,000 raise. You say yes to the project that gets you noticed. You switch jobs every 2 to 3 years because that's where the biggest pay jumps happen. During this phase, your savings rate might look bad on paper. You might only save 5 to 10% of your income because you're reinvesting everything into yourself. You buy better work clothes because you meet clients. You pay for networking dinners. You live closer to work even if rent is higher, because time is more valuable than money right now. To people who don't understand the game, this looks irresponsible. But here's the math. If you increase your income from $45,000 to $85,000 over 5 years, you've added $40,000 in permanent annual earning power. That raise shows up every single year for the rest of your career. No amount of coupon clipping will ever compete with that. If you spend an extra $3,000 a year on skills, tools, or positioning, and it increases your income by just $10,000, that's a 233% return. And it compounds forever because your salary baseline is now higher. But this is where people mess up. They stay in bulking mode forever. Their income goes up, and their spending rises at the same pace. Bigger apartment, better car, more expensive habits. They're still living paycheck to paycheck, just at a higher altitude. That's when financial cutting becomes critical. Cutting is for when income growth slows, plateaus, or simply isn't worth the extra grind anymore. Now, your focus flips completely from earning more to keeping more. This is when you audit subscriptions, optimize taxes, refinance loans, switch insurance, cook at home, and eliminate expenses that don't actually improve your life. These things would have been a waste of mental energy when you were earning $50,000. But at $95,000, every dollar you don't spend can be invested and compounded. This is where your savings rate explodes, from 10% to 30%, or even 40%, without your income changing at all. People think you got a massive raise. In reality, you just stopped bleeding money. Most financial advice completely ignores this framework. It tells everyone to permanently cut expenses, skip coffee, cancel Netflix, clip coupons. That advice might be correct for someone making $120,000, but it's disastrous for someone making $40,000 who should be investing every dollar and hour into increasing their earning power. Spending 2 hours saving $5 is insane when those same 2 hours could raise your lifetime earnings by hundreds of thousands of dollars. So here's the test. If you spent the next 12 months fully focused on increasing your income, could you realistically add $15,000 or more per year? If the answer is yes, you should be bulking. If the answer is no, if you've hit a real ceiling or don't want to grind harder, you should be cutting. The people who win with money do this sequentially, not simultaneously. They bulk hard in their 20s. They cut hard in their 30s. And by their 40s, they're coasting on the foundation they built. Everyone else tries to do everything halfway and wonders why nothing changes. So let me ask you directly, which phase are you actually in right now? And more importantly, are you executing it or just pretending? Because wealth isn't built through balance, it's built through focus. Pick your phase, commit fully, and stop wasting time optimizing the wrong variable. Subscribe for more real-world money strategies that actually work, because focus beats balance every single time.